Newcastle United have made themselves the richest club on planet football. Tyneside is glorious after Saudi Arabia took over the black and whites. Of course, this is all positive for the team. However, the club only have one win from 4 games this season and a group of death in the Champs League. Today we're going to be taking over from where Eddie Howe has left the club, and we're going to make Newcastle the best club in world football. And being the richest club in football, we do have 1 billion to spend. However, we've replicated real life results and sit 16th in the table. We also have the Champions League group of death, with our first game being now against PSG. Eddie, man, what are you doing to us? This is the team that we've got on paper for it. Do we make any changes? Well, I mean, player-wise, because we can't make any signings, being out of the window. So we're going to do everything we can. Invest heavily into the scouting network. Send all 3 scouts that we have out to find a new star. And promote the new star we have already. Adam Clarkson could be the new Elliot Anderson. Get in the squad, my friend. He's actually higher rated than Anthony Gordon already, but he's not going in the team. That is because I'm going with Harvey Barnes straight away. Yes, trusting the new relegated man. I doubt he'll be the change, though, to try and beat PSG. This'll be fun, and I don't believe it. Nick Pope is injured. Dubravka is in the team for the game where the 2 rich titans of world football see off, but Mbappe, man, he's just brushed us aside. There's nothing more we can really do until we get to the window about this squad. Definitely players to offload in the window and players to bring in. So without further ado, to the calendar. Okay, so halfway through, rating-wise, we're looking like we've got our head above the water. Most things going decently around the players. The only problem is that Sean Longstaff wants to hand in a transfer request. He's come to us, said he doesn't want to be part of the project and wants regular game time. I understand, Sean. I don't blame him when Adam Clarkson is coming through this academy. As league-wise, we haven't really made a comeback for ourselves, only sitting in 25 points in 12th. We're also already out of the Carabao Cup in round 3 to Man United, and we're in the Europa League. PSG finished bottom of that group. With the £1 billion though, I doubt that Newcastle are going to sit on that and sit in 12th position. So I believe we know which position to strengthen now, as we see Sean Longstaff depart the club. So with Longstaff going out and Sevilla being champions of the Europa League we're now in, we've been sensible and got Papu Gomez. He's only cost 14 million, so we're not overspending in January. He's going to be a brilliant signing, so sorry Joe Linton, out the way. He's already unhappy. Does he not like the North? I really don't understand how you can't like the North, but he must be taking to it now. We're in a semi-final in the Europa League, and this man right here, Eddie Howe, deserves a lot of plaudits from turning this season that looked horrific all the way around. But he's got to take on Roma and the serial winner Jose Mourinho. And how's this going to go? Is Eddie Howe going to be able to get his 1-over on Mourinho? Isak! He actually got a hat-trick in that game, as the second one we even win away. In the final as well, we're going to face Kieran Tierney's Real Sociedad. With only 1 signing made in January, can this Newcastle United side actually go ahead and win a trophy season number 1? It would be a genuine good surprise, as yes, we do! Newcastle United have trophy number 1 under their belt in their huge season ahead of them. The question is, can we carry this on and make Newcastle the biggest team on earth? So season number 2, and we can definitely make some signings for this squad now. Eddie Howe has proven his worth and got that trophy. No real surprises with ratings around the squad. The only thing is, we've got Clarkson back from a loan deal, and he is 82. Could that be the end of Almiron or Anthony Gordon as he comes in on the right wing? Or this could be the end of Harvey Barnes, who's got a transfer request in. Another player that doesn't want to be part of the project. He's getting impatient and wants to go to a big gun. And with us being blessed with 1 attacker already, I do think the other problem lies at left back. He's from Blythe. You'll never beat Dan Burn, but you can kick him out the team. So without further ado, his replacement comes in before he actually leaves the club, and we had to fight off competition to get him. Welcome to the Geordies, the new Geordie in Alex Grimaldo, or Alejandro. I don't know first names, but I'll get on first name basis. 50 million. He jumped straight into the lineup, and it's got me thinking, now do we need to replace Fabian Schär? And after Grimaldo as well, we'll continue doing business. First one, Harvey Barnes is out of the door. He's done the opposite of Kieran Trippier, as I've also noticed we've lost Dubravka, a backup goalkeeper, and a winger. Has to be the go-to options. So we're gonna make a double signing. That's Jeff Hendrick leaving. He's not coming in. Here we go. Bernd Leno is going to be our backup, arriving from Fulham. As the main player is a new French winger, we've signed Terrier from, of course, Stade Rennais. So many player of the months. Hopefully he gets them in the Prem. And I tell you what, Terrier's gonna step straight in the lineup for the Super Cup, showing how well we can actually do against decent teams. No Bruno for this, but we beat the Champions League winners. That is some result. If only it could translate into the Premier League, however, as we're drawing with Unai Emery's Villa. We still do have Schär and Joe Linton with the low ratings. We have a new low-rated player coming in, and it is horrific how low-rated he is. Welcome to the club, Evan Ferguson, of course, from Brighton Hove Albion. Now, will it translate onto the pitch how good he really is? He is going to go onto the loan list, mind you, for the first season. See if any club wants him, as we've got Sporting Sociedad and Celtic in our Champions League group. Only squeezing through from the Europa League win, but can we make this season one to remember again? And how are we getting on this season? Let's chow. Oh my days! The board not happy with Eddie Howe at all, and we've got to find out why. It may be down to just being 5th in the Premier League at the moment, but probably more so finishing bottom of what should have been a straightforward group for us. We're not even going to be in the Europa League this season. We have failed on a big objective. In-house, we've got no problems with the team. They are motivated to get us out of the position we're in order to please the board as well. They want one player signing from the same nationality of the club. So in order to improve our position, we've got to spend the big bucks finally, 170 million on a man with a release clause. So welcome to the club, Fikayo Tomori. He's a Geordie, and he really has to save what we're doing here. We need to keep this job, and we need to make Newcastle the best, and this man, being the most expensive, should be a big step in doing so. That's a lot better of a team. Joe Linton is literally under fire now in this lineup. Can this squad just secure Champions League football next year? That is all we have to do. Have we made the Champions League? Yes, we have. Come on, Newcastle. It was only joint on points, and we had the same goal difference. It was on goals for. 3 more goals we scored and suffered 10 defeats. But Fikayo Tomori and the rest of the team definitely have to improve for next year as we go into the big time. This year, these boys get through the group stage. I mean, look at Sandro Tonali. That is not a man who deserves to be playing Europa League, Conference League, or anything else. He has to be in the Champions League along with Isak, Terrier, and Almiron, who all got over 10 goals. Alright, okay, now we're back in the big time. What do the board want us to do in it? They want us reaching the Champions League final. Jeez. Also winning the Premier League and the FA Cup. Signing 3 South American players, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing the youth and not the financial. Come on, do we look like we have to listen to financial objectives? And in terms of a new signing, we've got Isak, Wilson, and on loan Evan Ferguson, but I do believe a new striker can excel Newcastle to the very next level. As you already know, we broke our bank last season on Fikayo Tomori. Will we be doing that again this year? But as we look for our talisman, one thing I want to consider, we have been bottling it in the Champions League, so our next striker probably has to expect we bottle it again. That means we can't steal anyone from another Champions League club or a high-fighting Europa League one. But I've got absolutely no worries there, though, as I believe we found our man. Arnaut Danjuma signs on the dotted line for Newcastle United, joining up from Everton. They're, of course, not challenging for any continental football anytime soon, so welcome. He should also not expect to be the starter in this team, so that is a perfect addition. And now it's all eyes to the midfield position. And, this might be easier than I thought. Marco Verratti, released from Paris Saint-Germain, only 31-year-old. 87 rated. Have the club made a mistake? Please, into the restaurant, guys. Come on. We're enticing you to Newcastle. And that was easier than I thought. We've got Marco Verratti signed up with no money. Surely this team has the quality now to take Europe head on. Grimaldo, Tomori, Verratti, Clarkson, and of course Terrier. Just amazing acquisitions. Of course, we could have spent money on a player with 583 million still there, but Marco Verratti's placement in this team is just chef's kiss. Will we be able to give the big league a go this year? Or should I say 2 big leagues, as Eddie Howe's here talking about the Prem. A start against Chelsea will not be easy. Another club splashing the cash, but yes, Terrier, I love you. But oh no, I don't like seeing Milan in our group. Us, Ajax, Young Boys, and AC. Can we win this? It's been a whole season since we had a trophy. And that, my friends, for the Geordies is not good enough. So, lads, how we doing? We're doing just fine. We're back in the top 4 in England. 7 points clear of Manchester United. We should be settled in. The only question is it settled in the Champions League? Yes, we've made it through. Oh, I've just seen who we play. Real Madrid. We didn't finish top of the group. Milan finished top, and they managed to draw Bayer Leverkusen. We should have been finishing top for the draw. Very unlucky, but looking at the team, our team is coming on leaps and bounds. One of our weakest players now is Kieran Trippier, who's been here so long in the team, and to be fair, Nick Pope's slacking off. New players will be needed soon, and quickly, because we've got to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Manchester City are the only team that lie between us and a final. And as we have something cooking in the background, we need Manchester City to have a hard time at St. James's Park. Will we be winning the first leg of the Carabao Cup draw? What a fanatic game! We should have ourselves safely through to the next round, but again, a disastrous moment as Sandro Tonali goes ahead and signs for Bayern Munich. We have lost our best player at the rating of 91 for 150 million. However, before he left, Tonali did get on the phone and call one of his old teammates to come to us, and that is the signing of Yannick Kessié. Frank has come to the Geordies. He's coming to the club to sit now in the CDM position. Of course, he's not an improvement, but he's got experience against Real Madrid. We're finally out of the group stages and battling with the big guns. Only a draw, but Kessié against the old rivals. Of course, though, it all matters about this second leg, which will see us go through. Madrid beaten in the new Bernabeu. Kieran Trippier, all the T's actually, scoring the goals. It doesn't get any easier though, as we follow up this game with Juventus. Can we beat the Italian giants? It is just a draw. I'm praying to any FIFA remaining gods. Gets in! Bruno G with the brace sends the Magpies to the semis. Not just chasing gold, the Magpies, but chasing silverware. Oh, and we've got Manchester City. It is literally the big money derby. Bayern Munich and Manchester United the other leg, and City's got me thinking. How did we do in the Carabao Cup? We beat them all and we won the entire thing. 3-1 against Crystal Palace. Back to the objective though, and can City be a route to the final? As the game is going to be a 2-2 draw. Kevin De Bruyne getting on the score sheet. A brilliant player that is injured in real life. Can he do it? No, he can't. Newcastle United are in a Champions League final though. Isak and Joe Linton. Yes, and the final. Hang on. Old Trafford. Manchester United. Is this fair? United have made the final and they've got to win it for their next trophy. Newcastle United, that is. So we're here for the unfair Champions League final. Old Trafford and Manchester United go hand in hand. I don't get how that works, but we've got to lift that trophy as our third one to tick off. A big change that Eddie Howe's had to make as well is the inclusion of Miguel Almiron over the injured Terrier. Gonna be one huge miss, but we do start on the ball here with Miguel Almiron into Bruno Guimaraes. A little bit of a tester as a chance for Verratti to whip the ball in towards Isak, and that is out! How have we not scored there? Still Bruno running through the middle. He's got options in front of him. He's not not really gonna go for one. Going the long way round instead is the Brazilian. A pass back. Now one in the middle to Kessié, who hits a man. This isn't going in our favour, but an attack really near the end of the game. Could this be our trophy? Almiron gets it out wide from Isak. It's Miguel Almiron who's in the team and with a bad pass. Such a bad one. And oh my days, that sees us go to penalties. First one scored by Kamada. Still, Isak's got to keep his head calm and slot it away. Man United score their second one, and Fabian Schär, he steps up to take one and he's missed. Oh dear, oh dear. Mason Mount scored the follow-up, and we are really under pressure. Miguel Almiron tries to restore it. So the pressure on Marco Verratti against Onana, and he does score very closely, but now it is all on Nick Pope again. Casemiro, oh, Nick Pope! Absolutely brilliant, as now it's down to sudden death, and Joe Linton to keep us in this one. It's saved. It's saved. Manchester United have won the Champions League at Old Trafford. Absolute heartbreak for us. So now, next season, we've definitely got to win another one of these trophies. We have the Europa League and Carabao Cup, and we definitely need to be having a new right back. Sorry to Kieran Trippier, as also we've got a youth player here in Sonko. He's taking up the reserve goalkeeper position. Will Nick Pope be our sub-keeper, or will we need another backup? Oh, but one player I'm forgetting we have is Tino Livramento sat on this bench. And did I forget to mention, a pre-contract player that we did sign is Riyad Mahrez, but his rating is absolutely stinky. As I take some time over the Livramento situation, you can see we've signed a new goalkeeper. Welcome to the new shot stopper, Thibaut Courtois. An absolutely world-class addition to this squad, and yes, I do think we do need a right back. Livramento's not there yet. So welcome to the new signing. Joao Cancelo joins across from Barcelona. He had his chance at Barca, and now he's come to the Geordies. Now this team surely has the quality to build on this season. Can we go one better than a Champions League final? Something I'm really happy about as well is the spine of the team still being here. We've got the likes of Isak, Almiron, Botman, and basically almost a fully bench here that was here to start off with. Imagine if we won all 3 trophies with them this season. We can dream anyway, with the start being Wolverhampton Wanderers. Can we beat them with Isak up front on our new defence? Oh no! Wolverhampton beat us at home as well. Bruno with the only goal. That's not a good sign for this season. Teams don't win the league with losing their first game, as they might win the Champions League, however. Dortmund, Bruges and Rangers. Bring it on. That's still not where we want to be. We're 9 points off Arsenal, top of the league. We're not going to get all 3 trophies this year. Champions League football, though. We are through in Group G, and we will face PSG. That's lovely, isn't it? I don't have any more plans for any more players. The team is capable of beating them. So come on, let's give it a go. Can we really challenge with the world's best? Oh, we can beat them, and a youngster with it. Clarkson has been so good for us, and to be fair, he's still 21. Yes, he still is a youngster. And we managed to beat them a second time in Paris. The Frenchman goes back to haunt the French team. And look who we face. We face Man United in the next round. Of course, the team that beat us in the final. We have to beat big guns to get this trophy, and we've done just that. But in the meantime, we've got to take a break and go back home to actually face Liverpool. Oh, we lose in an exciting game. Unfortunately, the FA Cup won't be ours. However, we have another shot at the Champions League trophy as we beat Dortmund on penalties to face Real Madrid. Will it be second time lucky for Newcastle? Come on, we know where we went wrong last time. We don't make them mistakes. We don't go to penalties. We've literally just stole their goalkeeper, and Kessié going for a ball. We're in a race with the new one, and Isak's won it, but he's put it wide. That's okay. We've just got to keep on plodding on like we do before. Tomori with a header. Still, we'll keep on going. Tomori round the corner into Sven Botman. Terrier across the box. Still, we'll keep on going. We've got Terrier on the ball right here across to Clarkson, who can run at defenses. He's trying to cut inside. The youngster going for the shot, and what a save! We've got to take our chances this time, unlike we did last time, as Clarkson stills on the ball round to Bruno Guimaraes. He's running through and puts Newcastle 1-0 up in this Champions League final. And that is it as well. There is literally nothing else to shout home about. Newcastle have won the Champions League. Enjoy it whilst it lasts, lads, because there's still work to do. Enjoy it, but we've got to go again. We cannot mess around with this season. Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League. I'd like to win both of them too, just to tick them off the bucket list. So no messing around with our first signing. Leon Goretzka comes from Liverpool. Stole a big player to replace Verratti in the centre of that midfield. And furthermore, we've signed Roger Ibanez to try and keep the goals out as a backup centre-back. The only thing that I'm thinking now is shutting the window for ourselves. Keeping players in this squad could be more important than getting them out in terms of winning trophies. And before it's in the comments, no, this does not count as one. Winning the Premier League definitely would do, but that starts a problem. We have to kick this off promisingly against Chelsea, and a draw. A draw's not the worst thing. And our Champions League group heading into this season is Ajax, Inter and Rapid Vienna. So halfway through, let's check on the team, and no unhappy faces. The first big bonus, with the Premier League being the second. We're 6 points clear of Tottenham Hotspur, and this could be one of the trophies. We've just got to check the other ones. The Carabao we could still be in, and we are. We have Manchester United. I am very much looking forward to seeing if we can get past them, as can we? It's a 2-0 win, and in the FA Cup, it is... Oh, it's a defeat. But still in the League Cup, it is progression. And we've been handed an easy draw in the Champions League with Marseille. But all my focus at the moment is on Bournemouth. Back at Wembley, hoping for our second trophy, and Isak is in the clear here. All he's got to do is score, and we're already 1-0 up in this one. And just before half-time, it looks like we have another run on here with Terrier giving it into Isak, and he is at the double. Isak with another ball through here in the second half, and he is honestly in the clear so much this time. He's got the pass all wrong. But that does not matter, as yet again there is another trophy in the Newcastle United cabinet. But as we change our focus back to the Champions League, we see that we're drawn Real Madrid. First leg is going to be a big game, and we're 1-0 behind to Real. We've only got one more shot at this now, and... no. We've already won the Champions League, but that is a heartbreaker. We're out in the quarterfinals, and that only leaves the Premier League that we could win. And looking at the Premier League table, we've got a 13-point gap on Spurs. In fact, there is only 5 games left, so 15 points up for grabs, meaning if we win our next game, we win the Premier League. This is now our biggest game. This is the video decider. We need to get the strongest team out, which looks like that. You can see that the board find it crucial that we do win this game. And our opponents are Nottingham Forest. Isak is one of the world's best players, and we have so many 90 rateds here at Newcastle. We even have players leaving like Grimaldo, and we've got submitted transfer requests from Terrier. This feels like the team's coming to an end, really, doesn't it? It feels like it's at the end, but we have got to try and win this to go out as champions. Okay, so away from home, the stadium is set. We need to really get a victory. When that crowd is packed full, it's gonna be a challenge on our players' minds. Keep your eyes on the ball, boys. Not you in red. It is us. It is Newcastle who will lift this trophy. Let's just get our passing game going, shall we? And we need to really make a move. Bruno Guimaraes, he flashes one wide. Oh, and a move here, a move for Nottingham Forest, which requires a save. We are under pressure, and a clearance off the line. It's the only thing keeping us alive. Lads, have we woken up? Need to get our foot on the ball, but a free kick in a dangerous position could definitely do that. Our best free kick taker is Clarkson, our youngster. Could a free kick be the thing to decide if we win the title? It's terrible. What is up with the lads? There's a slip slip even there from Sven Botman. He does recover, but it's poor, and Nottingham Forest could honestly stop our title hopes. We're just so sloppy, but hang on, maybe a chance before half-time. Runners into the box. That is a good cross delivered, and a glimmer of hope for the second half. So straight out of the blocks in the second half, Eddie Howe has ripped into his squad here. The Premier League title is on the line, and that's a cross to no one. Can we make a chance here? There's a run round the side. Bruno Guimaraes, maybe one here, and it's slotted home from Isak. Of course it's him. We finally break the deadlock. Newcastle United on for the Premier League title, where with pride, that's what we do in the black and white stripes. All we need to do now is keep going. Clarkson looking for a ball round to João Cancelo, back into our youngster who's stopped by Panzo. He has been very good today, but still another attack here. Clarkson running through. He needs to really try and get better of Panzo here with a ball in the box. That didn't do it for us here, but oh no! Oh my days, they had a chance right at the end, but they fluffed their lines. And that means that Newcastle United have got their 5th trophy, and we have completed our aims. Alexander Isak has been a revolution in this save, and we will be lifting the Premier League trophy. It's not showing it, but I guarantee you that it is one. And if you did enjoy this save right here, do watch some other ones that are in the I button and down below.